What if I told you the life you think you're living isn't really yours? What if I said that the struggles you face, the stress, the constant feeling of being stuck, they aren't truly real? Not in the way you believe, at least. You've been living inside a world built on invisible rules. These are not rules you agreed to. In fact, most of them were planted in your mind before you were even old enough to understand. But here's the surprise. Those rules can be changed. They're not set in stone. And the best part? You've had the power to change them all along. You just didn't know it until now. You see, most people go through life following a script. They wake up, go to work, come home, repeat. They face problems and assume that's just how life is. But what if that script wasn't written by you? What if it was handed to you by your family, by school, by culture, and you never thought to question it? What if everything you're struggling with right now is happening not because of who you are, but because of what you've been told to believe? Now, you might be wondering why some people seem to reach success with ease while others feel like they're always stuck. It's not about who's smarter, who works harder, or who's luckier. The real difference is that successful people have discovered a simple truth. Reality isn't fixed. It's flexible. Life isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you shape every single day through your thoughts, your focus, and your beliefs. Let's break this down even more. Your beliefs are like a lens you wear over your eyes. Whatever lens you have on, that's how you see the world. If you believe that life is full of opportunity, guess what? You'll start seeing chances to grow and succeed all around you. But if you believe that life is a constant struggle, you'll mostly see obstacles and setbacks. It's not magic, it's your brain doing its job. Your brain has a system called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Think of it like a filter. It decides what's important enough for you to notice. When you believe something strongly, your brain starts filtering the world through that belief. Ever learn a new word and then suddenly see it everywhere? That's your RAS in action. The word didn't appear more. It was always there. You just never noticed it until your brain decided it mattered. Now apply that to your whole life. If you believe you're not good enough, your brain will find reasons to prove it. If you believe you'll never make enough money, your brain will focus on every struggle and missed opportunity. But here's the good news. Just like you can learn a new word, you can learn new beliefs. You can reprogram the way your brain sees the world. The truth is, we've all been programmed. From the moment we were born, we were told what to think about money, love, work, success, even about ourselves. Phrases like, you have to work hard to succeed, or money doesn't grow on trees, or you're not smart enough, become part of our inner voice. But these aren't universal truths. They're just opinions. They're beliefs passed down from people who may have been struggling too. But you don't have to keep carrying them. Let's take a quick example from history. In the early 1900s, only wealthy people could afford cars. Most manufacturers thought that was just how it had to be. But then Henry Ford came along and asked a different question. What if we made cars affordable for everyone? That simple shift in belief changed the entire world. It didn't just change his life, it changed the lives of millions. And it all started with one different belief. So, what about you? What if the only thing keeping you from the life you want are beliefs that were never really yours to begin with? What rules are you following that are holding you back? What if those rules aren't real? Start small. Think about one big problem in your life. Maybe it's money, maybe it's your job, maybe it's a relationship. Now ask yourself, what belief do I have that keeps this problem alive? For example, if your problem is, I can't get a better job, the belief might be, I'm not qualified. Or if it's, I'm always broke, the belief might be, I'm not good with money. Next, ask yourself, is this really true? Most of the time, you'll realize it's just a story you've repeated so often that you forgot to question it. Here's where it gets powerful. The rules you've been living by. They're not written in stone. They're written in sand. And the moment you challenge them, they start to fade. You don't have to accept the life you've been given. You can create a new one. But first, you have to change what you believe. Imagine for a moment that life is like a video game. Most people are playing it, but they don't know the rules can be changed. They think they're just stuck with the hand they've been dealt. But the truth is, you're not just a player in this game. You're the one writing the rules. You're the one holding the pen. Even science backs this up. Everything around you, everything you can touch and see, is made of atoms. And atoms? They're mostly empty space. That chair you're sitting on? It feels solid, but it's 99.99% nothing. So what makes it feel real? Your mind, your perception, your belief. So if your brain can take something that's basically empty and make it feel solid and real, imagine what else you can create. Imagine how much of your world is shaped not by facts, but by what you focus on. And that brings us to something even more important, your focus. Your brain is like a flashlight. Whatever you shine it on, that's what you see more of. If you focus on problems, you'll see more problems. If you focus on opportunities, you'll find more of those too. But most people don't realize where their focus is going. They've been trained by the news, by social media, by the people around them to focus on fear, on lack, on what's missing. Think about how often you've said something like, "I can't afford that," or "I'm not good enough for that." Every time you say those words, you're shining your mental flashlight on what you don't want. And your brain will find proof to match that focus. But the moment you change where you shine that light, your reality begins to change too. Here's a powerful way to start shifting your reality right now. Take a few minutes today and do a reality check. Write down 3 parts of your life where you feel stuck. Maybe it's your money situation, your relationships, your health, or your work. Then, next to each one, write the first thought that comes to mind. Be honest. It might be something like, "I never have enough money," or "Nobody understands me," or "I'm not good enough." Now, take each of those thoughts and flip them. Write the opposite. "I never have enough money" becomes, "I am open to new ways to receive money." "Nobody understands me" becomes, "I attract people who support and understand me." It might feel weird at first, but this is how you start changing the rules. You're teaching your brain a new story, and your brain will start finding proof of that new story, just like it always has. Remember, your life is a mirror. It doesn't show you what's real, it shows you what you believe. If you don't like what you see in your life, the change starts inside you. Just like you can change your clothes and see a different reflection, you can change your beliefs and see a different reality. Start your day by speaking kind and powerful words to yourself. These are not just empty phrases, they are like seeds planted in your mind. Say them out loud each morning for a week. At first, it might feel strange, maybe even silly. But here's what's really happening. Your brain is listening. It's always looking for patterns, like a smart machine. When you repeat something new and positive, your brain starts noticing things around you that match those words. Over time, this helps change the way you think and feel, and it starts shaping your life. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your dream life. Not in the future, imagine it's happening right now. See yourself happy, confident, successful, and at peace. Feel it in your body as if it's real. Let that feeling grow stronger. This simple act is more powerful than you think. When you imagine success, your brain reacts as if it's real. The stronger your emotions, the clearer the signal you send to your mind. This helps you believe it's possible and pushes you to act in ways that support the belief. You might think this is just daydreaming, but actually, you already do this all the time. When you worry, you are imagining things going wrong. When you doubt yourself, you're picturing rejection or failure. That's visualization too, just in a negative way. What we're doing now is changing that on purpose. You are choosing to imagine a better version of your life instead of letting fear take over. What if I told you your dream life already exists? Not in some far-off future, but right beside the life you're living now. You don't have to chase it or wait for it. It's already there, and the only thing standing in the way is the energy you're giving off right now. Think of your energy like a radio station. If you tune into fear, stress, or doubt, that's what you'll hear and attract. But if you tune into joy, confidence, and trust, that's what starts showing up in your life. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, sends out a kind of signal. This isn't just a spiritual idea, it's supported by science. Your brain and body react to emotions, and those reactions influence your behavior, which shapes your reality. So if you keep sending out the same low, heavy energy, you'll keep getting more of the same back. But when you shift to higher, lighter energy, new things begin to happen. Let's talk about what might be holding you back. Most people are carrying around emotions like fear, guilt, sadness, or anger. These emotions are heavy. It's like walking around with a big bag full of bricks on your back. Each brick is a memory, a belief, or a past experience that hurt you or made you feel small. And many people don't even realize they're carrying this weight. Take a moment. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that I don't need anymore? It could be a fear that you'll never succeed, or a belief that you're not smart enough, or pain from someone who hurt you. These things feel real, but they don't have to define you. You can't move forward with joy while dragging all that around. You have to let go. So, how do you do that? Start simple. Think of one thing that feels heavy. Write it down. Ask yourself, how is this helping me? You might find that it isn't helping at all. Maybe it used to protect you in some way, but now it just keeps you stuck. Picture that belief like a rock in your hand. Feel its weight. Now imagine dropping it. Let it go. Say out loud, I release this. It no longer has control over me. Then imagine a bright, warm light filling the space where that heavy feeling used to be. This light is your new energy, hopeful, loving, and open. Breathe it in. Let yourself feel lighter. If you do this every day, even for a few minutes, you'll start to feel a real shift. Remember, emotions are just energy moving through your body. They are not forever. They are not who you are. They're simply messengers. When fear shows up, instead of pushing it away, say, I see you. What are you trying to tell me? When sadness comes, don't hide from it. Let it speak. Then thank it and let it move on. You can use a simple tool to do this. The next time you feel a big emotion, stop what you're doing. Close your eyes. Take 3 slow breaths. Ask yourself, what is this feeling here for? Once you understand, say, thank you for the message. I release you now. This practice helps keep your energy flowing instead of getting stuck. Now, let's talk about how to lift your energy every day. One of the best ways is gratitude. When you feel thankful, your heart opens up. Gratitude is like a natural high. It makes your body feel good, your mind calm, and your energy strong. Every morning, think of 3 things you're truly grateful for. Don't just write them, feel them. Let your heart smile. Another great way is to visualize. Spend 5 minutes each day picturing your best life. See yourself doing the things you love. Hear the sounds, feel the emotions, smell the air around you. Make it as real as you can in your mind. The clearer your vision, the more powerful your energy becomes. Move your body. 2. Energy moves when you move. Go for a walk, dance to music, stretch your arms, whatever feels good. Physical movement shakes off stuck emotions and brings in fresh, light energy. Pay attention to your environment. What you watch, who you talk to, even your own thoughts, all of it matters. Surround yourself with things and people that make you feel good. You are in control of what you let into your mind and heart. Here's something important. You are not stuck because of your job, your money, or your past. You're only stuck because of the energy you keep putting out. And the best part? You can change that anytime you choose. Right now, even as you read this, you are already starting to shift. But let's go even deeper. Many of the rules you live by aren't really yours. They were given to you by your parents, teachers, society. Rules like you need a safe job, or you can't follow your dream, or success is only for lucky people. These rules are just stories, not facts. Imagine you're in a prison, but the walls are made of beliefs, not bricks. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, or I always mess things up. But here's the twist. The prison door is open. It always was. You just didn't see it before. You can walk out anytime. Ask yourself, what rules have I been living by? Do they make me feel small? Do they hold me back? What if those rules are wrong? What if I could make new ones that help me feel free and strong? Pick one area where you feel stuck, maybe work, relationships, or confidence. Ask, what belief is keeping me here? Then ask, is it true? Maybe someone once told you that you're not smart, or you failed before and now you're scared. That doesn't mean it's true forever. Now, write a new rule, one that lifts you up. For example, instead of saying, I have to stay in this job because it's safe, say, I deserve a job that excites me and I will find it. Instead of, I can't start my dream because I don't know how, say, I can learn anything I need. You have the power to change your story. You're not broken. You're not too late. You're just beginning to wake up to your power. Every day is a chance to choose better thoughts, better energy, and a better life. And it all starts with this moment, right now. What if you could change your life by simply changing what you believe? It sounds too simple, right? But that's where the power lies. Our beliefs shape how we think, how we feel, and what we do every day. So if your beliefs are holding you back, they're also stopping your life from moving forward. But the good news is you can change them. And it all starts with one simple step. Write down your new rules for life. These aren't just rules like, I'll go to bed early or I'll work harder. These are deeper. They're the beliefs you want to live by. Things like, I am capable, I am enough, or I deserve success. Once you've written them, read them every day. Not just once. Every day. Over time, something magical happens. Your thoughts begin to shift. You start to feel different. And then your actions begin to match your new mindset. You see, your brain works like a lawyer. It's always looking for evidence to support what you believe. If you believe you're not good enough, it will pick out every mistake, every failure, and say, see, told you. But if you believe you're strong, smart, and worthy, your brain will start noticing all the times you acted with strength and intelligence. It will say, look at that, you're doing it. That's the power of belief. Your brain follows your lead. Here's a story that proves it. There was a study with hotel workers, housekeepers who vacuumed, mopped, and scrubbed rooms all day. They were told that their work counted as real exercise. That was the only change, just the belief that what they were already doing was good for their health. In a few weeks, they lost weight and got healthier. They didn't change anything except how they saw what they were doing. Their mindset literally changed their bodies. Now imagine what can happen if you start believing new things about yourself. What if you told yourself every day, I am learning, I am growing, I am becoming my best self? And what if you acted like that was true? That belief would become part of you. Try this every morning. Say 3 positive things out loud. Say them like you mean them. Maybe something like, I can do anything I decide to do. Or, good things are coming to me. Or, I am worthy of love and success. Speak it with confidence, even if it feels silly at first. The more you say it, the more it sinks in, but don't stop there. Beliefs need action to grow. If you believe you can learn, go out and learn something. Watch a video. Read a book. Try something new. If you believe you deserve love, start treating yourself with kindness. Take care of yourself. Show up for yourself the way you wish others would. Every time you act in line with your new beliefs, you're making them stronger. And don't forget the people around you. The people and media you surround yourself with have a big influence on what you believe. If you're always listening to negativity or hanging out with people who put you down, that will affect your mindset. Instead, choose to follow people who inspire you. Spend time with friends who lift you up. Curate your social media feeds so they show you things that match your new mindset. You become what you feed your brain. Now, here's an important question. What do you really believe about yourself when no one's watching? Not the stuff you tell others, but the thoughts you keep hidden. The quiet ones that whisper in the back of your mind. Because those are the beliefs that shape your life the most. Think about it. If you believe, deep down, that you'll never succeed, you'll hold yourself back, even if great opportunities come your way. But if you believe you are capable of something great, you'll find a way, even when the odds are against you. That's why it's so important to uncover the real beliefs you're carrying. And here's the twist. Many of those beliefs aren't even yours. They came from somewhere else. Maybe a parent said something unkind. Maybe a teacher made you feel small. Maybe society gave you the idea that you weren't enough. Over the years, you picked up these beliefs and carried them like a heavy backpack. But the truth is, you don't have to carry them anymore. You get to choose what to believe now. Your brain actually filters your world based on what you believe. It uses something called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Think of it like a filter. It lets in things that match your beliefs and blocks out the rest. So if you believe you're unlucky, you'll mostly notice the bad things. But if you believe you attract good things, you'll start to see new opportunities everywhere. Your brain will look for things that prove your belief is true, even if it's not yet. And it's not just your mind, your body listens too. There's something called the placebo effect. That's when people feel better just because they believe the treatment is real, even if it's just a sugar pill. Their belief causes real physical changes. But there's also something called the nocebo effect, where negative beliefs cause harm. That shows how powerful your thoughts are. They don't just shape your feelings. They shape your body and your life. So how do you change a belief? Start by thinking about one area of your life that feels stuck. Maybe it's your job, your money, your relationships. Ask yourself, what belief is holding me back here? Write it down. Then ask, is this really true? Look for times in your life when the opposite might have been true. Maybe you did succeed. Maybe you were lovable. Often, these limiting beliefs are based on one bad moment that you let define you. Now, create a new belief to replace the old one. If your old belief was, I'm not smart enough, your new belief could be, I can learn anything I need to know. Write this new belief down. Put it somewhere you'll see every day, on your mirror, your wall, or your phone screen. Every time you read it, you're reminding your brain what to focus on. But you can't just write it. You have to live it. Do one small thing every day that fits your new belief. If your new belief is, I am capable, take on a task that shows your capability. It could be something small, like solving a problem, organizing your space, or helping someone. Each small action is like a brick, building a new foundation in your mind. Think of this like building muscle. You wouldn't expect to get strong from one workout. You have to show up again and again. It's the same with beliefs. You have to keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Now, here's something important. Belief alone isn't enough. You can sit around visualizing your dream life all day, but if you don't do anything, it will stay a dream. You need action. And not just big actions, small ones work too. Most people wait until they feel ready. But the truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. Readiness is a myth. The best way to feel ready is to start. You don't need to have the whole plan. You just need the next step. Think about driving at night. You can only see a few feet ahead, but that's enough to keep going. As you move forward, the rest of the path becomes clear. Every time you act, even in a small way, you're telling your brain, this is who I am now. And your brain listens. This process is called neuroplasticity. Your brain forms new pathways based on what you do. So if you start behaving like a confident person, speaking up, trying new things, your brain starts to believe it. Start small. Pick one thing in your life you want to improve. Maybe it's your health, your mindset, your career, or your relationships. Then ask, what's the smallest thing I can do today to move forward? Maybe it's drinking water, sending a message, or going for a walk. Do that thing every day. Small wins build momentum, and momentum is powerful. Think of a snowball. At first, it's tiny, but as it rolls, it gets bigger and faster. That's what happens with action. One small step leads to another. Over time, your new habits become your new reality. And remember this, fear only wins when you do nothing. Fear feeds on the unknown. But when you take even one small step, things become clearer. You take your power back. You show yourself what's possible. And little by little, your life changes. Not because the world changed, but because you changed how you see yourself. That's the real magic. The moment you believe in something better and take even the smallest action toward it, you begin to transform your world. When you take action, you learn. You find out what works, what doesn't, and what you can do differently next time. Action is like a flashlight that helps you see clearly in the dark. It shows you the path forward. But often, when fear shows up, we freeze. We overthink, hesitate, and stop ourselves before we even begin. The next time fear appears, don't let it stop you. Instead, use it to fuel your next step. Say to yourself, yes, I feel scared, but I'm doing it anyway. That simple choice to keep going, even when you're scared, is what sets change in motion. If fear is holding you back, try a very small step. Choose one thing you've been avoiding. Maybe it's replying to a message, starting a project, or making a tough phone call. Set a timer for just 1 minute. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 60 seconds. Most of the time, starting is the hardest part. But once you begin, the fear starts to fade, and you often end up doing more than you planned. That's the power of small beginnings. They lead to bigger changes. You don't need to turn your whole life around in a day. Real change doesn't come from massive leaps. It comes from tiny steps taken again and again. You've already started by reading this. That means something inside you is ready for more. You're opening your mind and making space for something better. Now, let's talk about something powerful. When your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions all line up with what you truly want, things can shift very quickly. Sometimes the change is so fast and strong, it feels like magic. This isn't just a dream, it's something real. We call it a quantum leap, a sudden and powerful shift that brings you closer to the life you want. So, why do so many people want success, work hard, but still feel stuck? The answer is often that their inner world is out of balance. They may say they want success, but deep down they feel fear or doubt. They may take action, but their energy is coming from stress, worry, or frustration. And when your thoughts, feelings, and actions are out of sync, it's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one on the brake. You don't go anywhere. Here's the truth. The universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to who you are. It responds to your overall energy, how you think, how you feel, and what you do. When all three are aligned with what you want, that's when amazing things start to happen. Let's make it simpler. There are three parts you need to align. Your thoughts, what you think, your emotions, how you feel, and your actions, what you do. When these three parts work together, you become a magnet for the life you want. Start with your thoughts. Be clear about what you want. Don't just say, I want more money. Say something specific like, I want to earn $10,000 in the next 3 months. This helps your brain focus on a clear goal instead of a vague idea. Then look at your beliefs. Ask yourself, do I believe I can do this? If you notice any doubts or negative thoughts like, I'm not good enough, start replacing them with positive ones like, I am capable, or I can figure this out. Now move to your emotions. Spend a few minutes each day imagining that your goal is already real. Picture it as clearly as you can. Feel the happiness, the peace, the excitement. Feel what it would be like to already have that thing you want. The stronger your emotions, the stronger your message to the universe. And of course, take action. Break your goal into small steps and do something every day that brings you closer to it. It doesn't need to be huge. Even sending one email or doing 5 minutes of research matters. Every step builds momentum, and momentum builds belief. You are also made of energy. Science shows us that everything in the universe is energy, and everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. Your thoughts and emotions have energy too. When your energy is full of fear, doubt, or negativity, it's like trying to tune into a radio station with static. You miss the signal. But when you clean your energy and raise your vibration, you match the frequency of the life you want. And that's when you start attracting it. Here's a simple energy reset you can try. First, find a quiet place to sit or stand. Close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Imagine roots growing from your feet into the earth, grounding you and making you feel stable. Next, picture any heavy or dark energy around your body. As you breathe out, imagine this energy leaving your body and sinking into the earth. Now imagine a bright golden light above your head. See this light flowing into your body, filling you with warmth and power. Finally, speak this intention out loud. I align my energy with love, abundance, and infinite possibilities. I am ready to receive. Remember, change doesn't have to take years. One good choice can change your path. One phone call can lead to a new job. One kind word can change a relationship. One decision can start a whole new chapter in your life. That's the beauty of a quantum leap. It's a sudden shift that happens when you're truly aligned, when your mind, heart, and actions are all moving in the same direction. But how do you stay on track once you start? That's where many people struggle. They get excited, start strong, but then slowly fall back into old habits. This happens because our brains lack comfort and familiarity, even if that comfort is keeping us stuck. To stay in your new reality, you need a daily routine that keeps you connected to it. It doesn't have to take long. Just 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Each morning, Close your eyes and imagine your dream life. See it, hear it, and most importantly, feel it. Then, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude lifts your mood and raises your energy. After that, choose one small action for the day that supports your goal. It could be anything from reading a page of a book to reaching out to someone. At night, before you go to sleep, ask yourself, did I live today in alignment with my goal? If yes, celebrate. If not, no judgment. Just try again tomorrow. What you do every day is more powerful than what you do once in a while. When you repeat a new habit again and again, it creates strong pathways in your brain. Over time, these new habits become your normal routine. Just like brushing your teeth, living in alignment can become automatic. Your environment also plays a big role in your success. Look around and notice anything that pulls you back into old ways. Maybe it's negative people, clutter, or certain apps on your phone. Try to remove those triggers. Then, add things that remind you of your new path. Hang up quotes that inspire you. Make a vision board. Set a reminder on your phone that says you are powerful. And most importantly, spend time with people who uplift you, believe in you, and make you feel alive. The most important thing to understand is this: transformation is not about reaching a final goal. It's about learning to love the process. Life isn't a race with a finish line. It's a journey. There's no moment when you're done. You'll always be growing, learning, and evolving. That's what makes it exciting. When you adopt this mindset, you stop fearing failure. You stop rushing the process. You start to enjoy the journey. Every step forward becomes something to celebrate, even the small ones. You realize that you're always moving, always improving. And that's the true magic. Right now, you're standing at the edge of a new reality. You've started to shift your thinking. You're changing how you feel. You're beginning to take action. That's powerful. But this is just the beginning. There's so much more waiting for you. You are limitless. The only limits are the ones you believe in. And today, you chose to break past them. So here's your final challenge. Don't wait. Start today. Change just one belief. Take one step. Say one affirmation. Align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions with what you want. And then watch. Watch how everything begins to shift in your favor. And if this message meant something to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need it. And if you're ready to keep growing, stay connected. This is just the beginning of something amazing. If you're ready for real change, write "changing now" somewhere. You'll see it every day. Let that be your signal that you're ready to live the life you were meant to live.